Welcome back to the MikiDz Podcast, episode 46.
Yep.
46. We're still out here, man.
Are we?
Huh?
I said, are we?
Oh, we're not out there. We're out here. We're in here.
No.
In here.
How we feeling, fellas? It is, I don't know what day of quarantine.
Man,
but
listen.
Or stay at home, right? Is that what it is?
Stay at home.
Stay at home, yeah.
They extended to stay at home.
None of us are wearing our masks.
Nope.
Danger walked in wearing his mask.
Yeah.
He did. I have a mask in my pocket.
You got one just in case?
You know.
See, this is a white neighborhood, so you gotta walk around with the mask just to make these people feel
That's why I
comfortable.
got it in my pocket.
Yeah.
I don't need... Hey, buddy, you don't have your mask on.
Yeah. You know, Burbank police don't play.
Yeah, they pull up on me real quick.
Burbank PD just like pulls you over if you thought of something wrong.
Yeah, they the worst, bro.
Before I had a business here, I would hate coming here. I would hate coming to the city.
You love Burbank now. I'm surprised.
I love Burbank.
I'm surprised you didn't move here yet.
I'm trying to.
It's too
I always
expensive.
thought Burbank was fly growing up.
Waiting for the right moment. The problem is
it's too expensive.
$1 million home in Burbank looks like 1,200 square feet, two bedrooms,
like people's apartment.
Yeah.
one bathroom, not one and a half,
not one and a half.
two, one. There's no master bedroom. Like all the rooms suck. And then you're lucky to have that's $1 million home around here.
Yeah.
Yep.
See?
So, go take your chances without having your own police department in North Hollywood, and you could get yourself a fly-ass crib in North Hollywood for $1 million.
My boy's a cop. I got a police in my back pocket. How we feeling? Even though with the extension on the stay-at-home here in LA, how we feeling, gentlemen? Mentally, physically.
Good. No complaints over here.
That's good. That's great.
I'm still entertained by the DJs on Twitter.
Yeah.
That's when I check in, there's always something. Always some sort of activity.
It's never a dull moment. No one lets you down.
Well, this week it kind of got hot, right?
It did, and I'll read the tweet. I don't know this guy, but all three of us have mutual friends with him. Aaron the Era. Shout out to him. He spelled it like Aaron, so I'm gonna call him that. He said on Twitter, Aaron.
Okay.
He said, it's time to let 90s hip hop go. Were any of you old ass DJs in the club hoping that the DJ played 60s music back in the 90s? Ain't nobody trying to hear fucking oldies in the club these days. Side note, we literally don't have clubs these days, but if we did, it would apply. How do we feel about that? React to that. And I like to think, I don't know. I like to think this guy's been DJing for 10 plus years.
Yeah, I mean,
as long as us, if not longer.
Yeah, if you're talking about that, and you have to have some longevity in this industry whatsoever.
Yeah.
No, I
disagree with him.
I disagree.
Okay, why?
I disagree to a certain extent. I disagree because his point was, and when we briefly brought this up, and I think Mickey touched on this perspective a little bit, is he said, imagine, I can't imagine any of you old DJs in the 90s were asking to asking for 60s music to be played in the club at that time.
Right. Mm-hmm.
But you gotta look at it. In the 60s and 70s, the popular music at that time was funk and disco.
Yeah.
In the 90s, it was hip hop. Why would I ask the DJ to play a completely fucking different genre of music?
Right.
Now, fast forward to today, we're still getting hip hop played in the club.
Yeah.
Now, if it was a completely different genre, if this was 2011 when EDM was taking over the scene, that's a valid statement.
Right.
Yeah.
But majority, 80% of the shit that we play in clubs today is hip hop. You can make the argument that it's a different type of hip hop, but it's still hip hop. That's one. Two, all them 90 hits, we still play to this day. Hypnotize. We all playing, people still playing California Love. I Get Around. You know what I'm saying? The list was, Gin and Juice. All that shit, you can still play in your set and it will fucking go off.
Yeah.
All songs that got released in the 90s.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Now, I get if he's saying that, if his point is stop expecting most of these sets to be that golden era hip hop stuff, then yeah, I agree with him. You have to evolve the sound, the scene evolves, music evolves, et cetera, et cetera. I'm all with it. But to say completely forget about it, nah, what? You fucking crazy?
Yeah, for the sake of this conversation, I'm going to go full in on backing him on this. Because I think you're only going to get 5, maybe 5 to 10 90s songs that are going to pop off.
Yeah.
You go Hypnotize, Montel Jordan, Back That Ass Up. But I also think around the Back That Ass Up is when time started to change.
Yeah, and that was like in 99 and shit. Yeah.
99,
You were making music for the club.
Yeah.
But I also think when we're talking 90s hip hop, and I didn't talk to him about this, so I don't know exactly what was on his mind. But when we're talking 90s hip hop, a lot of cats think golden era.
Yeah.
Right? So they say, so they try and push the envelope by playing golden era music. And I think that's where you like it. That's where you get your cool points, right? If you can sneak in or figure out a way to drop Gangstar, or drop Fushnikins or whatever, like you're looking for cool points, right?
Yeah. And
to take it a little further and advances, I think a lot of DJs are trying to play that shit because they're just playing for the 3 DJs behind them, or the 3 or 4 people that are older in the club and that really appreciate and had moments when those songs were hot.
Yeah.
But everyone likes to get on the side of the 90s hip hop argument because one, okay, some really do appreciate, enjoy it, but I think too that they're just, it's like a fraternity, and you want to be cool and be down with everybody in that frat.
So you're always going to be a part of the brotherhood, even if you're 50 years old.
Yeah, you just no, man, that was a shit, man. You did you play 90s tonight? Like, did you sneak that in, or were you able to get that in? I think there's more to it than just like, do cats really think playing these 10 90 songs from the 90s are going to make your night better? Are they going to do something for the women dancing? Are they going to do something for bottle sales? You know what I mean? I don't think so. I think if anything, you're just trying to cater to a specific crowd, and shit like that can get you pulled. Shit like that you won't get invited back because you went too deep for too long.
That's usually an invite back call. If you
for different situation.
Anyway,
hey you.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. It's there's so many different ways to look at it. So I think first and foremost, the example of where you're asking for 60s and the 90s, like that's a stretch, because is that DJ, like, first of all, that DJ is not DJing the same spots or the same caliber of spots as they were back then. Because even if we call it, let's take it to mid-90s, right? And you're like, on average age, the DJ playing is like starting 20 years old, right? So let's just call that the younger side of a DJ working professionally. And 25 years later, that person's 45 today, right? So the experiences and the relatability to the music is one thing. The other thing is, if that era is not, quote unquote, like something that you want to hear out, like, then why are all the hottest artists sampling that era?
Yeah.
Like all the records that we see coming out right now are all either sampling or taking some sort of influence from that era, whether it's will.i.am doing Eric Sermon's React with a Latin record, or we're talking about Tory Lanez' entire Chicks Tape project, or we're talking about, T-Pain redoing his own records. You know what I mean? Like, Joe Budden's son just literally remade his dad's hit. Yeah. So like, and given different eras, different times, but the reason why we all hold on to that, and I think specifically for us, is because that's also kind of like the best time of vinyl records. So for a real authentic, quote unquote, authentic DJ, right? The guy that was digging through crates and learning every single mix point, not just skimming through and scrolling through with your computer. Like, that last bit came from that era of music and the time where you were playing those records. Yeah. I don't know. I mean, when we were coming up as DJs in the clubs, 80s music was really popular. Classic rock was really popular. And all that 70s and 80s music, right? That is,
because it was used for mashups a lot.
Right, and mashups and different things like that. But that's because the people that were still out were in, and the people that were spending money are in their 30s. Yeah. Right? Because that's when you really kind of get money. Now, what has changed is there's all these different ways of making money now, like through social media and different streams of income. Whether you're a Fashion Nova partner or you just freaking made a hit, out of Ableton and you're good. Well, yeah, that person that's spending money is going to get a little younger now. And so, yeah, maybe you don't want to go as deep into the 90s stuff, but ultimately, man, good music is good music.
Yeah.
I think you'll get a reaction regardless. Yes, of course, like anything else in life, at one point we were told not to play so much hip hop in certain venues. Clearly, that should change.
Yeah.
At one point, people were like, yo, don't play no reggaeton. Matter of fact, there was a point where we didn't like reggaeton, right?
Shit, I'm still there.
And we were kind of vocal about it at one point. But things change. You know what I mean? And the environment changes. And, reggaeton used to be looked like as a hood music.
Yeah. And I think the sound, speaking specifically for reggaeton, I think the sound has evolved a lot.
It evolved, yeah.
So, and I think that's why a lot of people are starting to jump on that bandwagon a little bit more. But, you can say the same thing about hip hop. Some people think it evolved for better. Some people are like, no, it's not what the same is. And I just think in the 90s, a lot of timeless music came out of the 90s. So, and we're just basing, our response is based off of his words, which is get rid of the 90s. It wasn't like...
Yeah, I think the statement was also really dry.
That's what I'm saying. That's what we're responding to. So, you know what I'm saying? For you to say get rid of the 90s, it's just, no, you know what I mean? Like, you can't get rid of it because there's timeless music. 20 years from now, I'm still sure that we'll still be playing a lot of these same tracks that we said. Like Joe said, like those 5 to 10 tracks that we, incorporate into our sets that work, even if we play them or not, will we still get a reaction? You know what I mean? But it's just, regardless of what our reasoning behind playing them, whether it is for the handful of DJs in the crowd or if it's for us or if we're just kind of like, we want to put this in the set to just break shit up a little bit, it's still going to be shit that we're going to be playing 10, 20 years from now. I believe, you know what I mean? Like all the music, and we could argument a lot of the music coming out today or in the last, decade or whatever, it's popcorn. It's here today and gone tomorrow. You know what I mean? It's like, we're not going to play in 10 years, this little Uzi track that's out right now, or this little Key tracker right now, or whatever. We're not gonna play
Juicy Slide.
You know what I'm saying?
But look at it like this though. All those one-hit wonders from the 2000s, like there was a lot of them that they put out the club joint one-hit wonders. Mm-hmm. We're going back to playing those. You know what I'm saying? So who's to say 10 years from now we're not going to come back and play Lil Baby and Gunna? Because it was a moment. It made you react a specific way.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And some guys are going to do it for cool points and just, oh, look at my range. I got range. I can dip this far back. To your point of old school tracks being sampled, I think the way they're sampling it now, it's just, it fits the times. Whatever, pick a sample for the most part. I can't think of any right now. Pick a sample. If you try and play the original now, people are going to be like, the fuck is that? Like the people in the club. But the way it's flipped and the way it's introduced in a mustard way, in a Roddy Ricch cadence or whatever, then now it's relatable. Now it connects with the people.
I think it connects with people because it's the original song. Is it updated and evolved from what people were accustomed to listening to what they're gonna want to listen to now? Whether it's tempo or a combination of drums or just clarity, like for it to sound better, yeah. But I still think a big part of the reason why people fuck with it, or at least the reason they're able to get the young ear to accept it, is because it might be something they haven't heard, but they're also now widening their range of their demographic by giving it this like, oh man, I remember the original record to this. And that's how you're able to get a bigger crowd into listening to your music.
Well, look at it like this. The average club goer, the average woman club goer, okay? Sure. This might be a bad example, but work with me. Work with me. Show Me Love. It was sampled by Mustard and Jeremiah. Or Kidding. Okay.
It might have been Kidding and Jeremiah.
Right. Okay, and like I said, it's probably a bad example because you can say everyone knows that song or has heard it at some point in their life, but just take a sample like that for the average woman that goes out to the club.
Sure.
And if you played the original, she'd be like, what the fuck is this?
Sure.
Okay, before the sample, before it became a sampled and Mustard song, right? But if you play the Mustard version, she would say, "Yo, this is dope," and wouldn't even know that there was a sample behind it. I think the average club person would go into these sample tracks with that mentality, like, "Oh shit, this used to be something else." Like, I think a lot of 21-year-old girls, and I keep referring back to women because ultimate goal is to make them dance and to get men to spend money on them. So I don't think they know what came before when they were in the crib, in their, their baby crib in the 90s, or Sweet Dreams. You know what I mean? Like, if you were to sample that and it became a hit, the average club goer probably wouldn't know that.
Sure.
To some degree.
But what's your point?
I'm saying that just because I'm going back to your point of all we're resampling everything from the 90s.
Show Me came out when?
I think it was 90s.
No, not Show Me Love. Show Me the Kidding record.
It was like mid 2010s.
Yeah, so that's like 10 years ago. So then what I'm talking about is like currently people are digging into that era and are more oblivious, not even, because at least there, he's going from 120 tempo to 100 tempo, 99 tempo, to at least kind of flip. What it is it's just a good melody. Mm-hmm. I wouldn't even like make that an obvious sample. You know that because you know your music, but like, I don't think anybody would know that. Right now, it literally went from I'm Sprung to Jerry Sprunger.
Mm-hmm.
Like, yeah, they're not getting creative.
They're not looking to like flip it on you. Like, they're looking to like let you know, right? Like,
we sampled this shit.
Yeah, Snoop Dogg, Pharrell, beautiful. Like, in his hook, Tory Lanez is still saying you're beautiful. Like, there's not. It's getting even more obvious, I think, is what it is. And
it's more like, this is my version of that.
Yes,
that's a legendary song. This is how I would do it, or
right.
I don't know, call it an updated version, whatever.
Yeah, and so that's why I'm saying, like, to take my stance on this situation, like, it's hard to say close a chapter on this side of music because you're tired of using it, or because you're overhearing it, because maybe there isn't another way you've heard it that's creative enough or whatever to your liking, whatever the case may be, or you want people to dig deeper. Okay, cool, that's great, but like, there's just no way. People are playing Aquanet sets from the 80s, or people playing disco sets from the 70s on IG Live. People are still loving it, right? At the end of the day, none of these things revolve around any individual. But for you to take a stance is kind of like, man, like, I didn't go down the thread as deep as you did. And clearly there was people who agreed and people who disagreed, right? And I think it's just one of those things where, like, yeah, like, you could have like said it a little better, and maybe it goes back to how to tweet. Yeah,
it's one of those tweets where it's just like, I'm coming in hot and dry, and it's going to ruffle some feathers. Take it how you want. But I don't. And again, he's talking about the club and IG Live. I didn't want to bring that up because you can play anything on IG Live, and there are specific parties for the Aquanet set. You can go to Do Over and do some golden era shit, and it'll work.
Right.
Or they may not know it, but they'll give it a chance and they'll give it a listen, and then just wait until you get out of it. But yeah, and for my, like, stepping outside of being on Aaron's side, I think do whatever you got to do to make it work for the club. If it works, Hypnotize works. If it helps to reset the room, if it helps to get them to, you got a game plan. If it helps them to get them from A to B, drop Montel. Like, I personally don't care.
There's no room you can't drop Montel Jordan. Like, even if it's a remix.
Yeah. There's just certain tracks out there that you're going to win regardless if you play them or not. You know what I mean? And I think that based off of every city. Like, yeah, are we in LA? Are we playing Hypnotize in the middle of our headlining set? Probably not. You know what I mean? But if we're in a city like Reno, I bet you we will.
Right.
And it would go off. You know what I'm saying? So it's just, it depends on, I'm curious where he's from, where he might. And again, it goes
he's from the Bay.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So he's probably tired of hearing 90s music.
Well, and he plays at Bruno's. Like,
yeah, I get it. Yeah. He's probably tired of hearing 90s music. He probably hears it all the time. And if it's forced, then his statement makes sense. Like if people were like, yo, I want to force this, like you said, I want to just get points. I want to make or please the handful of guys that I'm with, because most women are not listening to that golden era hip hop shit. And it's forced. Then it's like, bro, what are you doing? Like, play for the tables, play for the girls. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It makes sense. And I agree with him, but.
When you're playing a club,
yeah,
you got to do what's best for the club.
Exactly.
Don't give me no 10-minute golden era
I'm not cool.
power set
Yeah.
if it doesn't connect. If you feel it connects, then you're helping, you're continue to help the club make money. But don't try and be slick and impress some people. Just do what works for the club, and then you'll get rebooked. It doesn't kill you to play today's hits. If you're mentally exhausted from it, then just take a break.
Yeah.
Either stop DJing or take a break. Because complaining isn't working. So
go in your room.
Yeah.
Think about it.
We got a lot of break time right now.
Yeah, and I feel he might be coming from the mindset or the perspective of like a lot of these older heads that are still currently spinning in these nightclubs, or they don't relate with the music that's coming out today. So there's no passion coming from delivering it to the crowd.
And a lot of those older heads haven't evolved.
Yeah.
So they're just kind of getting whatever they can get.
Exactly.
It's like 10 years, like I said this before on the pod, 10 years ago, so-and-so, I didn't say names, but you had X amount of DJs on top and everyone looked to them when you opened a club or when you had a big night. Now, you're not looking at those guys anymore because they didn't evolve and they continue to complain about the same shit and play the same old school sets that the 21-year-old girl doesn't want to hear.
Yeah.
Sure. I also saw this tweet, it's not in our notes, but somebody said like, when we come back out of quarantine, don't play
those 3 songs.
Yes.
Fall,
If, and Drogba.
Yeah.
Joanna.
And then Cass said,
like, how are you not going to play the 3 most popular songs from that genre?
Yeah.
Because, and then I understood the point as I like read through it, like, oh, like there's just so much more Afrobeats music. But the reality is, in your market, they may be more educated to that sound, but the world was literally just barely catching on.
Exactly.
And that guy's probably talking to his, I don't know, Nigerian type of crowd that he spins for every weekend.
DC.
Huh?
Yeah.
But I mean, I don't know because I just saw the Nigerian flag, so I just
think
assumed.
it's from DC. Yeah, that's why just to help,
a lot of Nigerians
just to help
in DC.
get a little more into the topic. But yeah, I think it's just one of those things where it's like, I mean, again, like there's just so many records that depending on where you are, that you can get away with like throwing in there.
Yeah, don't overthink it.
Yeah, I think DJs and I think I've said this before, DJs and music lovers, non-DJs who are just huge music lovers, have to understand that everyone is not music connoisseur like inclined. We are. You know what I'm saying? Like they're not. So when you feel like, oh, I'm over this track, like because you've heard it or you have to play it multiple times, that don't mean that the people that you're playing for are tired of it. You know what I'm saying? Like if you're making those 3 tracks, so you just have to keep that mindset. Like, yo, it's not about you. You still gotta play for the people.
And if is the biggest song of the night, or it will get the biggest reaction, why not?
You gonna play that shit?
You're catering to the people.
Guess what?
You're spinning for the people and for the club.
Back.
First, people are still walking up to DJs and asking for California Love, like to this day. Like,
what year did that song come out?
So,
right.
Will you guys be playing the new 6ix9ine joint when it comes out in the club?
Nah, bro. I don't fuck with anything 6ix9ine is attached to.
I'm not even down with
I just don't. I don't.
Hey,
he's not.
You could watch the video on mute though.
Life hack.
Yeah. Do yourself a favor.
Sean, you miss the bitches?
Huh?
You miss the twins?
Huh?
Nothing.
I mean, you know, it's kind of hard pause because we sit here and we talk about we have to play even if it's music that we don't necessarily like, but if it becomes a track where it's like, yo, you kind of have to play it, then obviously. But
did any of his records get that big ever, you think?
I think Gummo did.
I had a few. Excuse me, I had a few requests for Gummo when.
Yeah, I think when that first hit out, and I think
was like, bro, I ain't trying to start a fight.
Yeah, that was like his breakout record. So obviously, that's expected. But after that, I don't really think any track. The one track that he did with Tory, right?
Oh yeah, that was big.
Yeah.
But that was like Tory and
But
out.
that was exactly. It was we played Tory's part and then we were out of the track before it even got to 6ix9ine. But yeah, bro, I don't like this guy, yo. I don't like his character. I don't like him. I don't like anything that. I don't like his music.
I'm gonna do my best to jump on his side and fight for his. But just so I understand, he snitched on people that he was affiliated with.
I do.
Right?
To be honest with you, I'm not gonna sit here and say I know the whole story because I don't.
Right.
I didn't care.
What
to
I
do the
know is
research.
kind of like hearsay and other people talking about it.
I
Do your research while we talk.
I kind of know, but ask whatever questions.
Right. So with the clip I saw from him was, why would I protect the people that were trying to were hooking up with my baby mama or trying to kill me why would I protect them? Yeah, I'm gonna snitch. And I'm going to make it a cool thing because I'm that dude. I can get away with it.
Would you snitch?
If dudes were hooking up with Sam while I was locked up, like the dudes that I was supposed to be on the same team, well, yeah, fuck them. Why would I protect them?
Okay.
Why would you protect someone that's been running up in your baby mama?
Because that has nothing.
Ain't got nothing to do with that nigga. It got to do with your baby mama.
Ain't got
Why am I mad at this nigga? I should be mad at my baby mama. I'm not mad at him.
But was there anything else involved?
That's what I'm saying.
Were they fucking him over in a business way?
That's
what it sounded like.
He got signed, and then I guess he got put onto the extracurricular things that were taking place. So I mean, you just got to know what you're getting yourself into. Come on, man. Like any real one would already know the situation before anything has transpired. Yeah. You walking into that situation, you saying, "All right, I'm gonna sign this deal. I don't want nothing else to do with what else that's going on."
Yeah. And again, I'm gonna do my best to take his side on this, but he was.
You already did.
He was. I'm trying to remember what Maul was saying. Oh, so there are guys that are literally in jail for doing the real shit that he was fronting on, right?
No, he was doing things.
But I mean, he was being a fake gangster because he knew it could sell, right? Like that.
He was trolling what he does best.
He was trolling, but he was claiming to be X, Y, and Z. He was claiming to be a gangster and do all this crazy shit like a gangster, like a real gangster would.
Right.
Okay. In hip hop, once upon a time, if you wanted to be a rapper, you had to go sell drugs for so long.
You had to be hard.
You had to be real in order to, to get signed or whatever. Now you can act like that and still get signed.
And that's not what your life is.
Right.
Yeah.
So what makes him any different than the whatever 10 artists that are hot right now that never lived that life? Not saying they were privileged, but never lived that life. They just got a really dope pen or they got a nice cadence to their flow.
Are they on?
If that was what he was about, if he was just about making music and just being an entertainer,
exactly.
I respect that. And I got nothing against him on that.
He on Instagram like, suck my dick.
It's all the extra shit that I'm like, yo, bro, you know what I'm saying? When you sit down at Breakfast Club and Charlamagne's like, yo, don't you feel like some of these tactics and these antics that you're doing could potentially get you in trouble or possibly killed?
Yeah.
Like, you don't believe, like, nah, fuck that. Like, bro, like, and I get it. My thing with him is
he has to keep pushing.
He's a troll. And
selling.
if that's his game, cool, he's gonna be a troll. I'm not gonna engage. Because that's what he wants. And that's why he hit 2 million on IG Live.
No, he's a car crash that you want to see over and
you
over.
want to see that. Everyone wants to see the accident, and they want to see it happening. And I'm just like, I can't do it, man. I feel my brain cells frying every time he talks.
You know, it might be a different situation.
If his music was good, I'd be like, hey, let him do it.
He even said, yo, my music's like somewhat trash.
It's trash.
He admitted like, yo, this shit ain't it, but fuck it, y'all fuck with it because
ain't got the nerve
of my
to say
personality.
he the hottest out of New York. Nigga, you fucking crazy.
Out of his mind.
Miki?
I don't know. I don't really care for him.
Yeah,
no one does.
It's enough.
Yo, there is something about him and Donald Trump that we need to really pay attention to because they are playing the same game.
Absolutely, I agree with you.
They're playing, and I'm not saying you got to go and do what they're doing, wild out, because that's where people fuck up. They force and they try and do it for the gram. They try to go viral, like these two. These two have it figured out on the internet. I think there's something there if you pay attention that can suit you.
Yeah.
Like if there's something to learn from, just the way this guy moves and what he says, the timing of everything, it's impeccable. It's incredible. Both of them.
I think they just committed.
I'm not on board with them.
I think they committed to the bad guy role. You know what I mean? And
they're committed.
Just committed to the bad guy role. You know how like you you would fuck with the villain in certain, stories or movies or some shit like that. You're like, yo, man.
He got a comeback story.
You know what I'm saying? It's that's what they committed to that role. Like, all right, cool. Guess what? If you view me as the bad guy, like, oh, I'm this fucked up person, I'm gonna play that role and I'm gonna just I'm gonna run with it. And I think that's what both of them do. You can make the argument that's what both of them kind of do.
And people nowadays, like when we were growing up, if you were considered a snitch, it was frowned upon. But now it's like, fuck being real, fuck being a snitch, entertain me. Give me something to feel. I don't care if that's not your real lifestyle. I need something I can feel moving forward.
But the same point they made in JBP, it's just like that's the middle of America. The people that want to be close to it, but they can't touch it. So we don't care what they think, you know what I'm saying? And like they said, the culture, us, the ones, the tastemakers that really have a say into what's going on and what's dope and what's not. That's how we gotta, move through this situation and because I don't even pay him no mind. Like, it's funny.
And for the record, I just find him entertaining. Yeah, right. I don't feel one way or another. I just, when he's on, I'm just like, interesting.
Right.
Go on.
I agree with you in like the way they're moving, because if you ask any reporter when it comes to Donald Trump, or if you ask any journalist when it comes to like, having these interviews with 6ix9ine or whatever, you genuinely can ask them and be like, I don't care to interview these motherfuckers. But because they're so hot. Hated, so hot right now, that I have no choice to do it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, because this is what the people want. You know what I'm saying? So they have no choice. Y'all don't think Breakfast Club, like, let's get 6ix9ine up here.
Yep. I've been waiting to talk to him.
I've been waiting to talk to 6ix9ine. Let's see what his thoughts on some of these topics.
And he's inconsistent. He's talking nonsense.
Yeah.
But look, okay, I'm not gonna say her name, but I was in a chat room. And I think I told you two about this, but there's this girl 2 years ago.
You got secrets now?
No. So 2 years ago, when 6ix9ine was like was becoming a thing, or was right there, was at the top, we were talking about how crazy he sounds and how inconsistent, and he just sounds like he's lying. And this girl was defending his every remark that we brought up and threw in the chat. No, what he really meant was, no, he's not talking about the baby mama like that. He means, and I'm just like, you gotta be fucking kidding me. And it scared me because I thought, holy shit, like, she's for real. There's a million other people, not a million, but there's hundreds of thousands of people out there that sound like her.
Right.
That's scary. Like, no matter what we said to her at every turn, no. And that, that's the same thing with Trump. He didn't mean it like that. He was joking. That was a joke. Let's just see what he says in the next press conference. No, he didn't mean it like that. Like, that's where we're at with these two.
Yeah, but
moving on.
Moving on.
What else?
Talk about
MikiDz going OnlyFans.
Are we gonna go OnlyFans?
Oh man,
it's an idea.
Yeah,
if we don't, Demon Time at least has a new home.
So I gotta ask. So what does that mean now? Well, explain for the people who don't.
What does Demon Time is?
No, I'm saying, what does that collaboration? What does that partnership mean?
I didn't read into the entire article, but I'm assuming what's going on is, so for those that don't know, what's his name? What's Diddy's son, Justin? Mm-hmm. Justin Combs. Justin Combs was doing like IG lives with this guy named Justin LaBoy.
Yeah.
And they essentially, Justin would be the promoter for this IG live party, and this guy Justin LaBoy, who is notoriously known for having a wood coffee table and a Christmas glass of wine, would just set up, and then you would never see his face, you would just hear his voice, and then he'd get girls to come into the shared IG live, and then he would have a conversation really quickly where it was like, hey, where you from? Blah, blah, blah. How long have you known you were like this? And then it would be, all right, don't waste no time. Take off your clothes.
Yeah.
And these girls would take off their clothes. He would pin their Cash App or their Venmo, and it became basically an online strip club.
Yeah. They would put on a show.
And so anyway, obviously, Instagram is not going to be too excited about this use of their platform. So they would shut down Justin LeBoy's IG accounts.
Right. But he would have Rihanna in there, Kevin Durant.
Yes. So the reason why this all got really hot is because, well, first of all, in the very first couple of them, you would have Rihanna, The Weeknd, Kevin Durant, and then Tory Lanez.
Yeah.
And then the thing was, Club Quarantine is exact.
Yeah, it's like a spinoff of that shit.
Bite of what he was doing.
Yeah.
Only difference is clothes is kept on.
PG. Guidelines.
Yeah, it's just, what was it? Not rated?
Yeah, it was PG-13 or something like that or something.
And then Justin LeBoy's was like straight up porn.
Yeah.
So that's why I got popping. But everybody still messed with Justin. And even though he was pulling in his 20, 30,000 people on live, like with literally an Instagram account he'd set up that morning or that day. And then he would just tweet out what the name of the IG account was. And you had to like add, and then I would send it to you guys. And there'd be, I think the most outrageous thing that was seen was a young lady put a bottle of Hennessy
bottle
in an area that you could stick something into.
Guidelines.
So the thing got really crazy. Anyway, because of all this craziness, he never got allowed to get back on Instagram. And OnlyFans, I'm assuming, either reached out to him or there were some mutual ideas there. And OnlyFans is introducing a dual screen technology of theirs.
It's on their platform.
That's on their platform, and you'll be able to watch.
And it's going to be live?
I'm assuming it's going to be live.
Okay.
So you means you have to have an account and all that shit to obviously?
I would think so.
Yeah.
Because you got to be able to, I think you got to log in to OnlyFans, and then it sounds like you're going to have to subscribe.
I mean, good for them. There's a space for everybody to exist. We can all coexist together.
I think what's going to be interesting is I think there's like this like stigma if you have an OnlyFans account, like it's like dirty. Like that's like officially you like having the discount card to the strip club in your pocket and like people knowing about it.
Yeah, I mean, once upon a time, people thought Hooters was a topless joint.
Really?
Yeah. People were like, "Oh, you going to Hooters? Like, eating food,
getting wings?
People are clothed.
It's a family restaurant.
Yeah, pickles be hitting, man."
But I don't know. We don't have to spend too much time on that. Actually, we don't have to spend any more time on it. But it'll be an interesting development. Everybody's trying to find their creative niche, and who knows? We might have to make an OnlyFans account just to. Find a creative way to put out some content. Yeah.
Listening to the group chat, and they were talking about there's got to be a creative way of doing this with keeping your clothes on. I love those types of questions. I love the challenging of making the wheels turn and just throwing a bunch of shit on the wall. And, for DJs, it's interesting because I said this in the chat. If MikiDz were to go live on OnlyFans, and you charge $5, $10, there's going to be some DJs saying, why would I pay $5, $10 to watch these guys play a catalog that I already have or even better than,
And then we suggested that you just take off your shirt and then it'd be a little bit more entertaining.
And that's where I disagree because I don't, we got to, integrity, bro. Integrity, morals. No, but yeah, it's, there's always something there if you think deep. Huh?
We got to get this bag.
That's true. Cassidy's missing out.
Times is hard right now.
Cassidy's missing out on money. So we'll keep you guys up there if we want to do something like that. We might do it just for the conversation, but still put out some dope live mixes, live streams.
I think we said, what was one of the ideas? Yeah, we'll start an account, but we'll charge to listen to your mixes and give you feedback.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we could do that. Send your mixes in and we'll give you feedback for a charge.
Blatant,
we're gonna
blunt.
charge you for getting feedback.
And if it's good, we'll talk about it at the pod. That's your gamble.
Hey yo, on the spot ideas.
There you go.
Look at that.
Let's go. Come on,
I didn't even get their approval for that. But it works.
Let's go. It. Speaking of mixes, any new mixes come out you guys that caught your ears?
Shout out to DJ Weapons, man. That was a really good mix. I didn't hear it
Zone
till it was over, but I ran to it twice. Had me hyped.
Nice.
Yeah.
Of course, Rell.
Yeah, next week we got Just Incredible. Or not next week, tomorrow. We got Tuesday, we got Just Incredible.
Just Incredible.
LA Staple, LA Legend. Can we call him Legend? He's a legend right now, yeah?
For sure.
Yeah, okay. I got 3 mixes coming out at some point. I owe a few clubs and another situation a mix. I got like
what's her name?
I got 4 mixes coming. Hey yo. Yeah, I got 4 mixes coming out within the next month. So whatever. Nice. Be on the lookout for that.
There you go.
Yeah.
Any other ones that you guys have heard? I haven't really seen any come out.
I think, it's coming. I haven't really seen any new ones coming out. I mean, obviously Double Down.
Have DJs played everything in their libraries?
I just think you kind of, if you're putting out content constantly, you just got to kind of give it a break. Wifey and I were doing the Rell and Rose thing every week, and then we were like, all right, we sitting on number 4 right now.
Yeah.
Like, we just haven't released it. Because we're just like, all right, we flooded them with 3. Let's let them breathe for a little bit. And then decide to like, all right, we'll put it out.
Yeah, and again, you can have different purposes for putting out content, but, it feels like what we originally thought was going to be a sprint to the quarantine ending has now become a marathon.
Yeah.
So you got to pace yourself from here on out. And I don't know if guys have figured that out yet, or not guys, but I don't know if DJs, content creators have figured that out yet. But yeah, now, some guys aren't as creative as they were before. And, checking in on someone's live isn't, when they've been going live every day or every week, it's just not as fun as it was before. I don't know what you want to call it, but let's say fun. It's not what it was before. So you got to space out your content moving forward, because apparently LA is going to be in this for at least the next 3 months.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, bro. I'm still sitting on 3 playlists, like for mixes.
What do you mean playlists?
Like they're just crates ready to go.
Oh, yeah, you're ready to go, for sure.
Yeah.
Like they're just ready to go, but, hopefully. I'm going to try and make it live before the next episode. I'm putting that out there. Put some pressure on myself.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
The shit's been figured out. Just haven't done it.
Just do it.
So we'll figure it out.
Yeah, man.
So last week we mentioned this Michael Jackson battle between White Mike and Black Mike.
Hypothetical here.
Hypothetical. Someone put this out there and we grabbed it and said, yo, let's break it down. Rell said he's going to take the side of White Mike.
No, I did not, nigga.
Yeah, you did.
No, what?
Did he not say that?
You didn't say that.
Thank you.
I would take White Mike.
Oh, you said it. I apologize, Rell. Mike's going to take White Mike. And I was going to jump on Black Mike's side. And I'm looking at him. Game over.
Game over, bro. It's not even a conversation. Listen,
let's quickly run through it as quick as we can. Beat It versus Smooth Criminal.
Smooth Criminal.
I'll give you Smooth Criminal.
Smooth Criminal, yeah.
Because I'm in the giving.
And that's what I'm saying.
Because I'm in the giving.
But all right, I'm going to make this open. You don't even need to run down, because we already know the most popular songs that quote unquote Black Michael did and the popular songs that White Mike did. I'm going to say this, right? It's going to be, it's hard to compare it because Black Mike had the Jackson 5s and all the,
but
all
a
the
lot of these songs
are
Michael's songs,
right?
Not.
Even if they are Michael's, but you still got Jackson 5 shit, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right?
I wouldn't say a lot. I'm looking at one.
White Mike's songs, hits, were dope because of the videos.
Facts.
What?
But that was also a time where videos started to become a thing.
But that he could have made it a thing, regardless of what it is. It's just that the visual made the song a lot better than what it was.
Speed Demon's a 10-minute music video. That's White Mike.
That's what I'm saying. He made movies, bro. Yeah. He made movies. You know what I'm saying?
And then he ended like one of the other ones. Remember the time he had like an all-star cast.
He had Eddie Murphy.
He
shut it
to help push the side of White Mike's agenda.
Same thing with Smooth Criminal. It was a movie. I love Smooth Criminal. It's one of my favorite Michael Jackson songs. But the reason why I love it so much is because of the fucking video. The video was amazing. Everyone remembers that goddamn dance.
Right.
And I'm saying that's the reason. Before, and I mean, granted, you can make the argument that, he had, as Black Mike, he had some great videos as well. But
I'm judging based purely off just the song.
Exactly. And that's what I'm saying. The reason why these songs were so popular was because they had that visual presence.
Well, they were also singles.
All right, so go through the list. Go through the list. Let's just look at it.
A lot of these songs weren't singles. Okay, Beat It versus Smooth Criminal. We'll give Smooth Criminal.
Smooth Criminal.
Rock With You versus You Are Not Alone.
Rock With You.
Rock With You. Right? Billie Jean versus You Rock My World. Billie Jean. Don't Stop Till You Get Enough versus Remember the Time. Don't Stop. Thriller versus Dirty Diane.
That's a hard one, though.
Diane.
Listen, go back to the last one.
If I'm not thinking about the music video, I'll fuck with Dirty Diane.
Go back to the last one. What was the last one?
See, I think they were just lined up.
Remember the time.
Remember the times.
I would have played it a different way.
The way they're matched up is not up to us. This is just how we took it.
But if I'm gonna argue on behalf of White Mike here,
right,
I would rearrange where I'm placing some of these songs.
Oh, yeah,
but
absolutely.
some of those artists in Verzuz don't do the best of jobs arranging their song to compete with whoever's on the other side. All right. Thriller, Dirty Diane wins. The Way You Make Me Feel versus PYT.
That's a hard one.
I got to give it to PYT.
I got to give it to PYT.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
Wanna Be Started Something versus...
It's arguable on that.
There's a lot of them.
That one can break even. That one can just go their separate way.
I'm with that.
Yeah, split.
I'm with that.
All right. Wanna Be Starting Something versus They Don't Care About Us.
They don't care about us is my shit.
Don't care about us.
Okay, I'll go. Oh, They Don't Care About Us.
You said horrible?
Hard.
No, Baby Be Mine versus Scream.
Baby Be Mine. What?
Yeah, for sure.
Come on.
Baby Be Mine because Scream was more pushed, had like a visual agenda.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's what you were getting at. Right.
The Girl Is Mine versus In the Closet. Yo, you can stay in the closet because the girl is mine because I'll wash that shit.
Oh,
Mike,
man.
Come on, you're quiet over there, White Mike.
You can't compare them.
I Want You Back versus Bad. I'll give Bad.
Bad?
Yeah, that's bad. Real?
I can't think of what's I Want You Back.
How did that one go?
Want You Back is
I think
Jackson
that was
5's?
like an album cut.
No, Jackson 5.
Oh, Jackson 5. Jackson 5. My
That's what I'm saying. I'm like Jackson 5 versus what? What was the other one?
Bad. Nah, Bad.
I don't know, bro. And I'm saying Bad is hot because the video was dope.
Video was fire.
It had Jermaine Dupri in it, bro. I was like, come on.
Jason Weaver was the little
Like,
Mike.
this is what I'm saying.
Okay,
yo.
but for music
song fire
purposes,
too, though. The song fire.
I would go Bad.
Yeah,
if I'm just talking about music.
I got you.
Lady in My Life versus Leave Me Alone.
Leave Me Alone is my
I'll go
shit.
Leave Me Alone.
Yeah.
Human Nature versus Man in the Mirror.
Woo! I don't know about that one, bro. That one is the one.
That's a good one.
Yo, we're squabbling. We got ourselves a
That was an
fight.
easy one for me.
Nah.
Ain't nothing easy about that.
Human Nature.
I'm
The best pop locking I seen was Rell, the Human Nature.
bro.
Rell
Man in
remembers
the
that
Mirror
moment.
is, you know what I'm saying? It's a little sad. You know what I mean?
I don't know.
But it's legendary. Though.
It is. It is.
All right, they go their separate ways. ABC versus Jam. ABC. Blame It on the Boogie versus Speed Demon. Blame
It on the Boogie.
Speed Demon.
Speed Demon. That's my joint.
Because
I felt like that was forced. That one felt like a forced single. But it felt like a forced single. Like if the video's not out, I'm not sure if I really care about that.
Exactly.
But to your point, I didn't like it when I first saw Moonwalker and it was in that movie. And then it wasn't until I got older that I was like, yo, this joint hit different now. No visual.
And last one, I'll Be There versus Black or White.
I'll be there.
Yeah, I'm with that.
You can keep Black or White.
Yeah, for real.
All right, so Black Mike
He
wins.
made that for his skin disease or disorder.
We got Nelly and Ludacris coming up, so who you got?
I'm gonna go Luda. At one point, Luda had the most remixes. Was a part of the most remixes.
Listen, I don't want to hear
Like-
none of that pop shit. I don't want to hear none of them records.
It's all pop. What are you talking about?
No, it's not.
Oh, pop. I'm
Yeah.
not like because
I don't
the
wanna
hip
hear
hop
that
songs were.
joint, well, you know the song. I don't want to hear it.
You don't want to hear the country joint with Nelly,
Yeah, I don't want to hear that either.
but it was like the biggest selling record.
I don't care.
No, I think because I remember a stat that went out when Lil Wayne was killing it on the remixes. Before Lil Wayne, it was like Luda and Busta Rhymes that were neck and neck for doing the most remixes. And so yeah, I
Miki's
can only
definitely going
imagine
Nelly.
what I haven't thought of that Ludacris has done.
I don't think I think Luda is going to win it, but I don't think it's going to be an easy win for Luda.
It's gonna be a great battle.
Like I won't be surprised if Nelly it comes out winning it. I won't be surprised.
It might break even.
I won't be
Depends on
surprised.
how they play their cards.
Yeah.
I think this is the first battle. Usually we can kind of give someone has the edge when they've been doing these verses. Like, you know, someone like, oh, I think this person could possibly win, but for the most part, you know, like that person's gonna win. The Erykah Badu, Jill Scott, we knew like everyone was pretty much giving it to Erykah. You know what I mean? Even though like Jill Scott got some bangers, but this is the only one where I'm like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Like I would assume Luda would win it.
I think at 14, 15
Is
where
when
Luda
Nelly
pulls away.
is gonna start like
falling back.
yeah. I don't know, but that's what I'm
falling
saying.
behind or going ahead?
No, falling behind.
Nelly will fall behind.
Yeah.
Nelly didn't write
Luda
for
will
anybody,
pull
did
away.
he?
I don't know. But
Nelly
I think
didn't write for anybody, did he?
I don't know.
He wasn't like. There's nothing.
I think those last 5 tracks before he starts pulling away are going to slap the shit out of Luda, and he's going to be
What's
like,
Nelly's number 20 song?
shit.
Oh, like his best song
like his
ever?
What's he
song?
closing
Yeah.
it out with?
Yeah, is not his best
Probably
song
Country
ever.
I'm not
Grammar.
saying it's his best song, but
I
Probably
mean, yeah,
Country
but
it's
it's
gonna
not.
ring off.
But it's not. Yeah, of course it's gonna ring off. But it's not gonna be his.
What's
like,
the biggest song he had?
number
Probably-
20?
Probably Country Grammar.
He might end with that country joint with Tim. What's his name? Tim McGraw.
No, nigga, he
Garth
not
Brooks.
ending with that shit.
I'm telling you, if they're going based on what was the most successful and what had the
But no,
biggest made
nah,
the biggest
no,
noise.
like-
Country
that shit.
Grammar is his top selling single. Like, he's going to end it with that.
Listen, when Luda played "What's Your Fantasy," what's Nelly playing?
Hot in here.
Pimp Juice, nigga.
That's
What?
that's
Okay.
I'm trying to tell
Ludacris
you.
That's
plays
5 through
Throw Them
10.
I'm
Bows.
trying to
that's
tell
5
you.
through 10.
Luda plays Throw Them Bows.
Yeah, and he has
see.
All We Do Is Win.
He
can-
plays
he has-
Saturday.
Yeah,
can
Saturday
play-
5 through 10. I'll give you. He's got joints with Ciara.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, Ludacris got the edge, but I mean, I think there's some shit that we forgetting that Nelly did that we'll be like, oh shit, I forgot about
I also think Luda had the most number ones before Drake took over. in
So
hip-hop.
hold on, just because it's funny you brought that up, but hip hop by the numbers, Nelly versus Ludacris, RIAA certifications, lead plus guest spots. Nelly has 36 million, Luda has 58 million.
And so are they counting features too?
That's plus guest, yeah.
Yeah,
So features.
right. Features too, right?
Yeah.
Yo,
So that's where Luda has it.
Nelly's verse on Jagged Edge, where
Yeah.
Party at? Oh, nigga. Oh
He can
my
play
God.
that.
Yeah,
He's got the joint with Diddy. He's got
This is what I'm
Airtime.
trying to tell you, bro. Like,
Yeah.
if they can play features, which
Oh wait,
obviously
isn't Nelly
saying,
on
Top 10s,
Air
Nelly.
Force
Girlfriend.
Ones.
He's on
oh,
Girlfriend.
he is.
No, his carry joint might be one of 15 to 20.
I'm trying to tell you.
Top 10s, Nelly has 14, Luda has 18. Number 1s, Luda has 5, Nelly has 4.
Wait, who has the most top 10s?
Luda.
Luda has 18.
They're
by
one
2.
away from each other.
18 and 14 top 10s.
So
5 to 4 number
Yeah.
1s. Billboard 200 plus Hot 100 weeks. Luda has 1,259 weeks. Nelly has 902.
What's Luda opening up with? Use a hoe? It's right off the bat.
I feel like he's going to play Move Bitch right out the gate.
Oh, he's got the joint with T-Pain too.
My nigga, yo, Luda got some
That's
shit.
fine. That's a 1 through 10.
Smackers, bro.
He need to play Slap. I feel like slapping somebody
Oh,
today.
my-
Nigga. Yo, Luda play that.
I
That's
feel
a
like
rap, bro.
somebody-
That's a rap.
Look, it's going to come down to how they play their cards. Whoever goes first, if
Yo, that song.
Nelly
he
needs to
did-
go first.
That song he did with Mary J. Blige. On
I mean,
that
Luda
same
needs to go
album.
first.
That one went like.
Which one?
The one he did with Mary J. Blige. I think it was like about domestic violence and shit. That
The
joint
one that
went
Luda
crazy.
did, right?
Yeah, it was
Yeah,
on that
yeah,
same
yeah,
album
yeah.
with Slap.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. I think
It's this weekend.
What day is it?
Yeah,
Saturday.
Saturday.
it's on
16th,
Saturday. Yeah. So by the time this air would have already.
What
we would
time?
already-
What time is it on?
4 o'clock our time, I think, right?
What does Luda play to Dilemma?
Yeah, that's the carry joint, right?
Ooh,
Huh?
no,
Lovers
that's,
and
that's
Friends?
Kelly
Kelly Rowland.
Rowland.
Kelly Rowland, sorry.
Lover and Friends?
Huh?
Lover and Friends?
Love and Friends is good.
Ooh.
I'm trying to tell you,
Luda got
they
joints.
match. This is
Yeah.
like this is one of the better matches
Best
that I've
matchups,
seen. You know what I
yeah.
mean? That we've seen so far. Like they got songs that cancel it, but I agree with Miki was saying. I think once they get to that 15, 16 mark, and Luda still got shit
Nah,
in
but
his
at
bag.
20 records, you good.
But you also got to think about hits. You know what I'm saying? Because the key word is they always say is hits. we could like the B-side shit on some of Nelly's on records, but that don't necessarily mean
No,
that.
but he got 20 hits.
Well, clearly he has like 14 or 16 at least.
No, yeah, but he got more than that.
Nelly.
Obviously, you know, counting the features.
Yeah, but then there are going to be tracks like that.
I was looking. This is what I was trying to get to. What I was trying to find is like somebody mimicking if what's going to go down. So Country Grammar, EI, Ride With Me, number one. So to me, and I say this as a true Nelly fan here, number one, although I enjoyed it at the time, is not a great record.
Didn't grow. It didn't age.
It's not like a classic.
I would take Air Force Ones
number
over
one.
that.
Like,
yeah.
Number one.
Yeah, I would take Air Force Ones over that shit.
Yeah.
Grills.
And then Hot in Here,
Grills.
Hot in Her. Sorry, let me.
Her.
Dilemma. Over and Over.
I forgot about Over
It's
and
Over and Over is kind of
I
nice.
forgot about Over and
Can't
Over.
remember that.
Grills.
Yeah.
Just a Dream.
Oh yeah,
Party People.
The one with Fergie?
I don't know what that one
I wanna
is.
hear
It might. I
that.
guess it is Fergie.
The
yeah,
last
sorry.
two don't want to hear.
Air Force Ones.
yeah.
Pimp Juice.
Pimp Juice.
Shake Your Tail Feather.
Oh,
Fire. Eagle.
It's the one they used to play on BET after dark.
He put Work It. They put Work It on here.
Tip drill, yo. 15 through 20, he's got to drop tip
No,
drill.
but Ludacris
That's why-
had... What
okay.
did Ludacris? Ludacris had
So this isn't in here,
Pussy
but Tip
poppin'.
Drill.
pussy popping, see?
Tip Drill
both
should
had
be
one.
in
Tip,
here.
the
but
same
Ludacris had pussy popping.
They
He had to
both
say
had-
they would play back to back. They would
Back
play
to
Nelly
back.
shit and then they would play
Yeah.
Luda shit. Like,
And then Flap Your Wings, My Place, Where the Party At, Girlfriend, and then Cruise and Here I Am.
Cruise.
I don't know what that.
I don't know what Cruise is.
So, and then, all right, here's the list for Ludacris based on this person.
All flame.
Flame.
Fantasy, Southern Hospitality, Area Codes, Roll Out, Saturdays,
Roll Out.
Ooh Ooh, Welcome to Atlanta,
It's over.
Yep.
Move, Act a Fool,
Damn.
Stand Up, Splash Waterfall,
It's not even his features yet. Yeah.
Get Back, Number One Spot,
Woo, I
Pimping
forgot
All
about
Over
that
the
shit.
World, Moneymaker, Runaway Love,
That's the one.
What Them Girls Like, How Low, and My Chick Bad. This doesn't even have
No feature. He don't have lovers and friends on there. He got no
Lovers
features.
and Friends.
He got no features.
All I do is win.
Buy you a drink.
Yeah.
It's not even on
He got too many.
Shit.
Yeah.
Sorry, Nelly.
Damn. Now
Yeah, no, you got to roll with Luda. You got it. I mean, the person in me that loves the
most logical
underdog
thing
wants to
here
go
is
for
to-
Nelly,
Let's
but
check the line. You know what I mean?
we'll check back in next week and
sheesh.
watch. This shit's gonna air on Saturday and then our episode airs on Monday and they're gonna be like, y'all niggas were wrong.
Yeah. And that's fine.
Right? Exactly.
At least we said something, motherfucker. Anyway.
Yeah, man. That's good. I think that's gonna be a really good one. Damn.
Yeah, that's gonna be a fun one.
It's at 4:00 our time, right?
Yep.
I think so. Yeah, we'll be tuned in.
Working. I think I'm off at 5.
Anyway, that does it for us.
Yeah.
This week.
Again, Globalization Mixes air on Sirius XM channel
Yes, sir.
13 at 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time.
Specific.
We got Justin on the next one.
Just incredible.
If you didn't hear him live or any of the mixes live, go to our Mixcloud
Yep.
account at
.com.
MikiDz Show.
MikiDz Show. Mixcloud.com/MikiDz Show.
And yeah,
think it's just Mickey
give
D's.
us your thoughts on our topics with White
just
MJ,
Mickey D's,
Black
you're
MJ. Shoot, what else did we talk about?
No.
Black
6
MJ all
9
day.
Black-
90s hip hop, you old asses.
You old asses.
Yeah. Hit us up.
Let us know.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Thanks
Yeah.
for tuning in. We out. Peace.
Peace.